Okay, so we're back. It's London Jen. We're here to talk URLTV.tv Ultimate Madness 2, round 2, second battle of the night. We have got Danny Myers, the bar god himself, versus Tink the Demon. On the back of that last battle, it starts really slow. Tink comes out and stumbles really early on. He comes out really not looking comfortable. There's no conviction in his body language, in the tone of his voice. He seems to be uncomfortable. He's got some dark bars in there, angels and demons, dogs and frogs. It just seems it falls a little flat. It's just a little light. He calls Danny an imitation of himself, but it's a bit ironic because everything he's saying is lacking the sort of weight and complexity that Danny brings with those same sort of dark subject matter. So yeah, not a very great start to the battle as well. I think there were some more stumbles in there too. Danny comes out for the first, and he's got a freestyle or some, very last minute rounds. He says, take out the judge if you don't want the iron, give me the goods, referring to Iron Solomon being replaced as a judge last minute by Goods. I thought that was a nice start, showing you what time it is. Then he's got this sort of weird, he's coming for Tink's family. He's going to sit his son down and watch a Serbian film, stab his niece and his nephew, bubble in the stomach, give your aunt acid and antacid, sorry, accent thing, you know how that is. Then he's got some more Tink flips, and he says, I went from the Reaper to the Mortician, I did it in reverse. I thought that was cold, obviously referring to, the first round with Reaper Rail and now against the Mortician. I died in reverse. No, I did it in reverse. I died in reverse. Sorry, I got caught up with myself there. And that whole Danny round almost seemed like it was just one long breath. He barely paused. He just came and unloaded. And in comparison to Tink's first round, it just, it really hit home and hit hard. Danny clearly took that first round, no question. Tink comes out again, another slow start. He's got bars for Danny's family too. He's got a nice one in there. Grocery bag over your daughter's head. She looks perfect in plastic. I like that. Wasn't much else in there, especially at the beginning that I liked. There was one in there. The running around the crib screaming, yikes, wake the grandbabies up. I thought that was dope. I like that one. He kind of heated up in the middle. He had a whole fistful of your brain missing, no more shopping for snapbacks. And then kind of kept the momentum going, but it faded and it just wasn't levels. It just kind of showed levels to this. Danny comes out strong in the second. His first lines are, he's got a computer scheme. I keep something in storage, dead a terabyte out his skull. Thanks for the memory. I like that. He's got the, I'm from Cali. We're known for dropping a 6'4" nigga. I like that. He's got demon flips. He's coming at Tink, talking about his dark bars, vultures and crushing baby brains. Says to him though, the only thing scarier than that is your stock in the culture. And judging from the performance that Tink is giving tonight or that night, you can't argue with it. He's got a line in there, I'll introduce you to my blade, meat cleaver. Ooh, I like that. Just a little one line, nice wordplay. And the crowd really reacts to that one. And he, mid-bar, turns around to the crowd and just says, nigga, I'm too cold. And then barely skipping a beat, goes, and a breath, goes back into his bars. Like, it's insane levels of memorization. It's levels, like I said. It gets dark again, and he says to Tink, I'll take out your unborn at 5 a.m. That's morning sickness. Yeah, that was a great second from Danny. And again, it's not debatable. Clearly took that. Tink comes out again with another unconfident start, stumbles very early on. And in fact, at the beginning, he has to send Danny. Well, he doesn't send Danny, but Danny goes to get him his water bottle, has a drink, doesn't really do anything because he keeps stumbling. He sharpens up a bit mid-round. He says to Danny, look at me when I'm talking to you, gets up in his face, and he's telling him about his losses he's had in his family. I lost my brother, my mother. Says about his brother, I ain't have no bread for his box. He had to get cremated. It was the only part of the battle where he really seemed to have real conviction, where he was really talking to him and he really seemed to feel what he was saying. The rest of it just lacked punch, and he kind of went back into that more stumbles, and I just found myself kind of waiting for Danny. I was just like, okay, let's just wrap this up because I'm not getting else. I'm not getting any more than you're giving me, and yeah, I'm just waiting for Danny at this point. And then when Danny comes out, he doesn't disappoint. He comes out with a rebuttal. He rebuts the water bottle thing, says, don't you know that was to set you up because it only proves I'll get something to wet you up. Wasn't the greatest punch, but it just shows again his confidence. He had the freestyle line in the first, he rebuttals in the third. He's on form. He's in his bag. Says to him, he's saying that he's comparing their styles, talking about them being evil and vicious, and I think he then he's talking about how Tink, how do you get women? Like, look at you, how do you get women? Like, I'm not the most attractive of guys, and I think he's going to go to humor. I'm thinking, okay, we're going to have some funny Danny Myers up next, but I was a bit wrong. He says, I'll eat your pussy till it's literally bleeding like a period. Danny, that wasn't funny. You misdirected me. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't I wasn't ready. I thought you were going to be funny. Then he says, we get some humor. He says, let me see you think about it like a Jamaican accent, like that. I'm Jamaican. Then he's got a scheme going at all the other battlers on Ultimate Madness. Lists them off one by one. Ends with Bill Collector. Bill too high. I'll turn his motherfucking lights off. Yeah, I like that. Nice punch, like that. And it was the setup was dope as well. All the other battlers thrown in, and then for the rest of the round, he just snaps. He has a line in he's going at Tink for just coming out of jail, and he says, I heard niggas didn't take your ass in jail, but they were tinkering with it. They were tinkering with it. They were tinkering with your ass in jail. And Tink respected the bar. Like, he felt, and I could, maybe someone else would have got in their feelings. I don't know, but I thought it was cheeky. They were tinkering with your ass in jail. No. And he says to him, he's talking about Hunger Games. Look like he don't play when he's hungry. No, sir. No, there's no playing when Tink wants to play, I'm sure. Except maybe if it's a play that he's got coming up. I'm not sure he's getting that. Danny's then, he's got a crazy end, super high energy, bar after bar, and he kind of, at the end, he almost loses steam. I think he cuts out at the end, mid-slogan, but what a performance from Danny. It was a clear body, clear 3-0. Tink really wasn't prepared. He wasn't ready. Either he didn't prepare, but also his punches were light. His rounds really lacked complexity. There was some direct stuff in there, but a lot of it just seemed like filler, generic. It was boring. Like I said, I felt myself just waiting for Danny. He was Tink as he's delivering, like his body language, the tone in his voice, his everything. Just he's staring at the air, staring at the ground, staring at everything but his opponent. There were a few times where he sort of picked up the energy and you thought maybe he's going to pick it up, but by about midway through his second, I just kind of lost interest, and it was clear what was going to happen. Yet another outstanding performance from Danny, Mr. Consistent. Looking forward to him in the next round. What can I say? Danny Myers with the body bag.